I was saying, this has been some of the best disc golf that I've played, I feel like, so far throughout this entire year. No way. What's going on, everybody? Kelly, and I'm bringing you a brand new video today. So today we are actually out at a course in Ohio called Osage Grove. This is one of my favorites to actually come out to. It's a little bit of a drive to get out here, about 45 to 50 minutes for me to make it out here, but this is well worth it. On UDisc, this course is actually rated a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So if you haven't been out here yet, or you are a Ohio or Kentucky native, I would definitely check out Osage Grove. Today we are going to be playing the red tees, and I believe that all the baskets are going to be in the short pin locations. I saw on, I believe, the Facebook group, because I used to actually play League here on Tuesday nights. That is now ended, but for the final night of League, they actually moved all of the pin locations to the short A pin locations. So there should probably be a couple opportunities to hit some aces out here today and just see how well we can actually shoot out here. One of the things that I really want to focus on here today is getting off the tee really well. Yesterday at Johnson Hills, when we were out filming, I struggled a little bit to get off the tee. Luckily, I was able to get up and down and shoot pretty well out there. So if you haven't checked out that video yet, I will link that in the cards up above. But we're gonna head into hole 1 here and just have a really good time out here. I want to thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me today. So let's get into it. All right, hole 1 out here at Osage Grove is gonna be in the A pin location. It's gonna be 225 feet. You're just gonna push something down this gap here. Basket's just gonna be slightly off to the left down that way. So I'm gonna start the round out with the Tour Series Luna here. I want something to go pretty straight through this initial gap here and have a little bit of fade towards the end, towards the basket. Just at the end there. It's tucked in pretty tight there, only about 225 feet. So we're gonna try and make this thing through the gap and get somewhere close to the basket. I turned it over just a little bit too much, put it out too wide to the right. We're gonna be in the middle of the fairway though. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in here today and hanging out with me at an amazing course called Osage Grove. Man, this place is amazing. Multiple pin locations. They cycle through throughout the year. They also have 2 tee pads for most of the holes out here. Really, really nice. We're in an all right spot. I'm not sure how far tucked in the basket really is, but we're gonna be in the middle of the fairway there either way. We'll take a look and see where we are at and hopefully get up and down for either throwing it in for a birdie or hitting a par here. All right, we ended up in the middle of the fairway. We're probably 50 to 60 feet out here, so we're gonna give this thing a run with a jump putt. Go in. No way did that just go in. That's a huge jump putt to start this round. Let's go. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we just sunk that. What an absolute huge putt to start out the round. I did a little practice putting before I came out here. There was a little bit of backup on one. So luckily I did a little bit of practice putting because we just sunk that 50 to 60 foot jump putt to start this round out with a birdie. That is huge, especially after not getting off the tee very well. We will definitely take that. Man, what a putt. Hole 2 is going to be B pin location. It's going to be 200 feet, so another shorty. Another opportunity to hit a birdie here. Man, I am so stoked on that putt. That definitely boosts the confidence out here. Definitely what we need to start out the round. I'm gonna go with the Glow Z Zone for this hole here and just put it out on a forehand line. Probably gonna do a standstill off the tee here. Hopefully get something close to the basket, and then we can go 2 for 2 on these first 2 holes. Fade out. Nice, that should be absolutely parked near the basket there. Definitely an opportunity for a birdie. One of the many reasons I love doing YouTube is because normally I would just come out here by myself, no camera, especially with nobody to usually play with. Nobody sees the shots or even the tough times that I go through when I'm out here. Disc golf is such an interesting game where you're sometimes playing some of the best disc golf that you've ever thought you've played, and other times you're playing where it's like, dude, do I even know what I'm actually doing out here? Going into this round, yesterday I didn't play very, very well, even though we did end up shooting, I believe, 5 down at Johnson Hills. It just didn't feel natural being out here and throwing the shots that I was trying to throw. So today we're starting out way, way better here. Definitely have an opportunity to go 2 for 2 on the first 2 holes out here at Osage Grove, which is huge going in to this front 9 here. So we're going to take a look and see where we ended up and hopefully get a birdie. 2 for 2, let's go. 2 on the birdies out here on hole 1 and on hole 2. We're gonna take that going into hole 3 here. I'm gonna have to see where this pin location actually is, but if it's in the short location, it's gonna be a tough one just because of where it actually is and the hillside that it has. Like I was saying, hole 3 here is going to be in the A pin location. It looks like it's about 185 feet. You're gonna see the basket just down there. Slightly to the right of the basket is going to be a hill, so you don't wanna push too far to the right. So I'm gonna take the Crystal Luna here. This one actually flies decently straight with a little bit of fade at the end. We don't want something to push off to the right side too much just because of that hillside that is there. I'm just gonna try and throw this thing pretty straight and have something get super close to the basket so we don't have any sort of like death putt towards that right side. Oh my gosh, I actually turned that over a little bit too much. It got a kick off the tree and then hit the bottom pole of the basket. I don't know what's going on today, but that's all right with me. That's another thing about disc golf. There's just a lot of weird things that can happen out on the course like you saw there. I kind of shanked the shot off to the right a little bit. It ended up kicking off a tree and hitting the bottom pole of the basket. That would have been an insane ace to hit if that would have went in the basket. It just needed a little bit more height. We're gonna have to see. Hopefully that thing didn't roll to the right at all and go down the hill. If it did, like I was saying, it's gonna be par at best, if not bogey. All right, we luckily didn't roll down the hill very far at all. We're just gonna be right there, be able to tap this in. There we go. 3 for 3. After that wild drive and getting a birdie there, that is going to put us 3 down through 3 so far out here at Osage Grove. Really stoked on that so far. We're gonna head into hole 4 here now and hopefully keep this up. All right, hole 4 is going to be a par 3, 235 feet. You're gonna see this just down this initial gap here. Basket's gonna be right there. So I've actually never played this pin location before. Both times that I've been out here, 3 times that I've been out here, the pin location has been in the C or B location, which is both the long pin location. So we're gonna see if we can get pretty close here. I've not birdied this myself, so this will be a huge birdie if we can actually get this. I'm gonna take the Glow Z zone here just because it's only 235 feet. We're gonna see if we can get this thing close and keep this birdie train up. Sit. I gave it a run at it. It's gonna be way off to the right side, but that'll be okay. We'll have a look at a putt there. Already feeling a lot more comfortable off the tee here today than I was yesterday playing out at Johnson Hills. Obviously, we're 3 for 3 right now. We're gonna have an opportunity to take a look at a birdie here. It's gonna be a tougher putt, a little bit of a longer putt off to the right of the basket, but either way, we're gonna try and send this thing in the bucket. Let's go. Oh my goodness. This has been some of the best golf I've played all year. That is another huge putt, and that is going to put us 4 down now through 4 holes. We're picking up all the birdies out here today. Like I was saying, this has been some of the best disc golf that I've played, I feel like, so far throughout this entire year. Feeling really good on the putting right now. Driving off the tee, we're getting there, but we're gonna head into hole 5 here and hopefully keep this up. Hole 5 is going to be in the A pin location, and it is going to be 190 feet straight ahead pretty much. Just got to miss those initial trees that you're seeing there. I'm gonna go with the Crystal Luna here. Just gonna put this thing on a pretty straight line, put it on a line towards the basket, hopefully miss all the trees up there and get something really close or give this thing an ace run. All right, that's gonna be up there. We're definitely gonna have a putt at it for a birdie. So I know a lot of these holes are a little bit on the shorter side so far of what we played here today. I'm just playing the course as it's laid out and just trying to shoot the best that I possibly can. I have a tournament coming up here in 2 weeks up in Michigan at a private course. So I'm really just trying to build my confidence and feel confident off the tee and on the putting green, and hopefully carry this through of this round into the next couple rounds that we're gonna play, practice rounds at the course I'm gonna be playing the tournament at. Either way, we're gonna take a look and see where we ended up here, hopefully pick up another birdie. That's 5 for 5, let's go. Hole 6 is going to be a pin location. It is going to be 240 feet. Oh, there's a deer. Whoa. Oh, more deer. Oh man, look at that. That's crazy that I just caught that on the camera. That's cool. Anyways, 240 feet. This is going to be our first kind of little technical, I would say shorter pump on here. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, I'm going to take my brand new Team Discraft stamp, Team Stamp West Buzz here. I heard these things fly pretty straight. So I'm going to take this thing, just pump this thing down there pretty straight. Hopefully have a little bit of fade at the end that the Buzz does have, and hopefully get this thing real close to the basket. Definitely gave it the distance. I hung on to the disc a little bit too long and pushed to the right side, but it is pretty clear on that right side. Flew pretty straight and then had that reliable finish that the Buzz does have at the end, so we should have a look at a birdie there. That was actually pretty crazy watching those deer run across. It was super random. There's like 3 of them. I saw 1 run across, 2, 3, so that's pretty wild. It's pretty nice out here. You're definitely out in the middle of probably almost nowhere at this course. Really wooded, which is the type of golf that I like. I sent that Buzz a little bit too far to the right, but it actually ended up being pretty good. We're gonna take a look and see how close we ended up to the basket and hopefully have another look for a birdie, and that'll put us 6 down through 6 if we can hit this one. Let's go, we'll take that. 6 for 6 now. I almost wish this was a league night because I would be shooting hot fire out here right now. 6 down through 6 already. That's going to put us in a really good spot on this front 9. Hopefully keep this up on these last final holes that we have here. Heading into the back 9, I know that gets a little bit more difficult, a little bit more distance and technicality, but either way, we're going to head into hole 7 here. See if we can get another birdie. Hole 7 gonna be 100 and I believe 170 feet. You're gonna see the basket just through the trees there. You're gonna want to put something out through this gap or through that right gap there. Just have a little bit of hyzer towards the end. I'm gonna take the zone here, just put something through one of these 2 gaps that I just showed you, have the hyzer towards the end there, towards the basket. We don't need to put too much power into this thing since it's only 170 feet. I threw that thing pretty low. It skipped up the hill and I think it's gonna be parked under the basket. Definitely gonna be in a good spot to go 7 down through 7 here after that nice kick off the top of the hill that we're walking up right now. I think that thing kicked it right towards the basket and we should be pretty close to being either parked or somewhere within 10 to 15 feet. So be able to pick up hopefully a birdie here. Seven through 7. Shout out Black Coffee for supplying me with my iced vanilla latte today, and also the banana that I ate before the round. That's got to be it. I'm calling it right now. Those are the 2 things that are helping me shoot 7 through 7 right now. Super stoked on that. We're gonna head into hole 8 here. Hopefully pick up these last 2 birdies and head into the back 9. Shooting really, really well. It's gonna be 250 feet, par 3, slight dog leg to the right. You're just gonna push something up this hill here, have it finish off towards the right there. So I really want to keep this birdie streak going here. So I'm going to take my force here, just throw this thing pretty light actually, get it somewhere close near the basket, little skip action. As long as we make it up and through this hill and don't hit any of the trees in there, we should be in a pretty good spot. I think that should be all right. We ended up in a pretty decent spot. I think we hit one of these like guardian trees of the basket and just kicked right there. So we're gonna have a decent putt to hit a birdie here. There we go, let's go, dude. This is 8 for 8. This has been the best round of the year so far. We are now 8 through 8 going into the final hole here on the front 9 out at Osage Grove. Man, if we can pick up a birdie on this last hole here on hole 9. That is going to be one of the best rounds that I have ever played in my life. I've shot 9 down at like my local course back up in Michigan, but that doesn't count because it's not as technical. Way easier than this actually is. This is like a true like league type of layout that they play, so I am super stoked on that. We're gonna head into hole 9 here. Hole 9 and the final hole here on this front 9 at Osage Grove. Gonna be in the short A pin location. You can see the basket right there. This one's showing it's about 210 feet. So I'm gonna go with the Crystal Luna here. Just gonna have something go pretty straight for the very beginning and have a little bit of fade towards the end, towards the basket here. We're really looking for a birdie out here to end this round. Oh my gosh, that almost aced it actually. That would have been so sick. You should be in a really good spot here to hit a final birdie on this front 9 here. I don't want to say the words yet just because I haven't seen where our disc actually ended up, but we're in a really good spot to shoot really, really well out here. So we're gonna take a look and hopefully hit a birdie here on the final hole. Let's go. 9 down through 9. That is absolutely huge. That is going to conclude the front 9 out here at Osage Grove. We ended up shooting 9 down through 9, a perfect front 9. Obviously this is on the shorter tees out here and the shorter pin locations, but either way, I'm gonna take it, run with the confidence that we've put together here going into this back 9. I am absolutely stoked about that. This is my first time ever actually shooting 9 down through 9 holes on a legitimate like league layout that they played this week. So super stoked on that. I wanna thank you guys all so much for tuning in here today and hanging out with me at Osage Grove. Make sure that you leave a like down below. Let me know what you think I'm actually going to shoot in the comment section down below through this whole entire 18, and make sure that you hit the subscribe button to see if we're gonna shoot and keep up out here on this back 9. But thank you again, and we will see you in the next one.